Welcome back to Fallout 4. We have to continue on with our mission here to, I think, track down another lost synth. Let me see if it gives me the information about this one. Show summary. It says, I've been tasked with helping recover synths that have escaped from the Institute and fled to Bunker Hill. There's a courser that's waiting for me just outside the settlement. All right. I wonder if it's going to be our X688, I think his name was, or something like that. I can't remember what his name was. Hey, Oddball, how you doing? All right, let's head to Bunker Hill. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was checking my inventory. We're pretty good on weight. We'll go ahead and just go straight there. We have the option to either inform the Brotherhood or the Railroad of what we're doing. I do not want to do that, though, because I think that will break our... I think that's going to break our mission here. Hey, Devillian, how you doing tonight? You said you got to get some sleep, but glad I'm streaming, and you'll catch it another time, though. Hey, man, no worries. Appreciate you stopping by, saying hello. Hopefully you have a good night. We'll catch you later, okay, buddy? All right. Hey, Mr. K, how you doing? So, yeah, as I was saying, I think informing either of these factions will mess up the quest with continuing with the Institute, at least anyways. So I'm not going to do those. I'm not planning to do an Institute run on this one, but this is my first time doing it, so I don't know. And, you know, I'll kind of figure it out as we go, but I'm just going to go straight to Bunker Hill. So that's what we're going to do. All right. You know, I got a question for any of you folks that are playing this on PC. I had someone leave me a comment the other day. They were asking how I got my load times to be so fast. And I told them, you know, I didn't use any mods or anything, that this is just a PlayStation version, the next gen update. But on PC, is it, are the load times like kind of rough sometimes, or could it be just like kind of tied to your PC performance a little bit? This is definitely a different dude, so we don't have the same courser with us. All right, let's go talk to him.
I've been waiting for you.
What's the situation? We'll do sarcastic.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Wait a minute. I don't really like the way this went down, because it doesn't allow me to kind of resolve this one peacefully. Like, I'm going to be at odds with the people at Bunker Hill. So, Mr. K, you said sometimes the longer that your save file goes, it sometimes can get a little bit slower, but it also could potentially depend on hardware, though. Yeah, I haven't played Fallout 4 on PC, so I'm uncertain. But I do know when I started playing Fallout 4, it was the PS4 version. Even though I was playing it on PS5, like, the PS4 version had atrocious load times on it. And when they released this next gen update PS5 version, like, the load times have been like super good. Let's see here. Oddball, you said you wanted to get in early, probably gonna pass out. Been outside working in your yard with the chickens all day. Hey, no worries, man. I'm sure that that'll get to you. Hopefully you have a good night, though. Let's see. Do I gotta recall these guys? Are these the guys I gotta recall? How do I recall them?
No way to pick this.
With extreme prejudice.
don't think I'm understanding what's going on here. Hey, John, how you doing? Man, I've had bad luck. Every time I've done some of these Institute missions, they've, like the Brotherhood's attacked. Oh, shit, dude. Vertebrate fell right on top of me. Oh, they found out the synths were here, so this is kind of by design. Let's see. I think I gotta find a way to get inside Bunker Hill. This is what happens when you try, like, the game forces you to pick sides, you know? Here we go. So who am I trying to find here? Okay. I'm just not gonna attack anybody.
What the? Damn it! Where'd you go?
Holy moly. Let's see, what are we supposed to be doing here? It says, find the escape synths. I wonder if it's that guy up there. That's a railroad guy. That's a railroad guy. Maybe we gotta go this way. Let's see. What's going on, Henry? Oh, shit. Dude, that one took me out. Holy moly, I lost a leg. I feel like I'm trying to be like... I'm not trying to be aggressive on this one. And there's no way to do it. Like, I think I have to take sides here. And I don't want to, but it's forcing me to. We try to go back this way again. I'm trying to just find the escape synths. Alright. Okay. Let's see, what'd you say? The Battle of Bunker Hill didn't give you a hint that it would be a fight? Oh yeah, it did. Where are these synths at? I think they're over here. These guys. Deal with the escape synths. Okay. Alright. So here's what's gonna happen. The Railroad wants to free these ones. The Brotherhood wants to kill them, and the Institute is just trying to recall them. Well, we're going to try to recall them, so I think we're just going to use the recall codes. Alright, Oddball, you said... That's what you liked about New Vegas. You could really... You said you really could be at the very least neutral with most, if not at all the factions. Until, like, the very late game. Yeah, then it, like, basically forced you kind of, like, into a position. And I feel like Fallout 4 does that kind of the same way, too.
You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
Recall code.
D257, initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus. No sudden moves. Please, no. Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest. All right, Synth.
Please.
Z322, initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon.
Alright, we got one left. I'm surprised this guy hasn't ran after seeing what happened to his friends.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
I don't spend the money that I have right now. What makes you think I want money?
F633, initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus.
All right. Technical document, we'll take it. Feel kind of bad, but you know. Let's see. Want that. Yeah, dude, there's a hell of a fight going on outside. Holy moly. Now we gotta get out of here. What is this guy doing right here? I didn't like him as much as the other guy. What do you want to think that I don't get out of here alive? I'm becoming everything that I swore to fight against.
I am the victim of violence.
Oh boy.
Targeting sensors fully operational.
I'm put in a very weird situation right here because alright, I'll explain myself here in just a moment when I get out of here. Taking this fusion cores, that's for sure. But look at this Brotherhood of Steel set right here too. I don't have the space for it. Alright, I can explain. I can definitely explain. This is what I get for trying to wait. There's a Gatling laser back there? Hold on a sec, I'll go back there. Hold on, I'm going back. We're gonna grab it. The Star Paladin had the Gatling laser. Okay.
Please lower your weapon.
Oh man, someone threw a grenade at me. Let's see. Ah, I see it there on the ground. Okay.
Engaging.
Gatling laser. Okay, we got it. Does he have heavy Brotherhood of Steel? There was a legendary synth guy around here too. I'm curious if he died.
Terminating with extreme prejudice.
Doesn't look like it. You can get some railroad gear here. Oh, they have Gauss rifles? Oh, wow.
Your destruction is inevitable.
Bunker Hill is ours.
Hold on a second. Did this guy have a Gauss rifle? He did, didn't he? The railroad coats are pretty good. I guess we'll grab one just because I don't have one. I thought I saw a legendary one around here somewhere, but I guess not. Okay. There was a stim pack. Hey, Straight Flesh, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. I think I missed it, but that's all right. I have plenty of stim packs. Plenty of stim packs. Okay. That was him glowing? This one right here? No, that's just a heavy. Or was it this guy over here that was glowing? Let me go look at him really quick. Let's see, that's the Assaulter. That's the Eradicator. He had a Gauss rifle too. I don't have enough space to pick them all up.
Statistically speaking, your survival is improbable.
Ah, he's still alive. The legendary one. I don't want to wait for him to die before I track him down. The synth had the mutated glow. That guy right there. I feel like if I attack him, the problem is he's like the Terminator, man. He's like the Terminator, like in the first movie. He's just like sitting here like tracking him down. He's just gonna kill everybody. Turn around, guys. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. They're like distracted on the wrong person. He's just gonna like take him out. Oh, dude, yeah, there's no way. Especially since those guys are concentrating fire on like the wrong one. Yeah, he's almost dead. Oh, dude, my counterpart there, though, he's almost dead. You feel like the shotgun everyone beat the game with? Those heavies they're holding their own, man. Oh no, my game crashed. Ah. But it actually like didn't wow. Okay. Well, shoot. It's all good. Hopefully it auto-saved when I went back in. So what difficulty am I playing on right now? This is very hard mode. Let's see where the auto-save put me at. All right, put me back in here. Let me quit screwing around. I'll go grab the Gatling, and then we'll leave. Let's see. I'm gonna grab the Gatling laser, and then we'll head up. Hey, Matthew Games, how you doing? Is it very hard? It can be sometimes. It depends on the enemy you're going up against. Like, and then I'm also like not wearing like the most ideal set of armor too. So I'll say like there are some times that I definitely like just got taken out, but all right, we got to get out of here. Let me see if I can get out of here without oh shit, man, my provisioners. Let's see, which way did I go? All these people are dead on the ground. Oh, the railroad heavy is like hostile to me now? He better not be. Let's see, where was the damn exit at? Here we go. All right, let's get out of here. I'm just gonna run. That was just a regular trader or caravan? Well, screw him then. He wasn't one of my provisioners. Okay. Survival mode is even tougher. All right, so I'll explain really quickly. This is my second time playing the game, and as much as I kind of wanted to do survival mode, I have not done a full playthrough of this game, and so I did not want to try to do a survival mode when trying to do like a full playthrough. And considering a lot of this is still kind of blind to me, like I did most of the main, like pretty much the main story the first time I played when it was blind, but this time around there's just like all the DLC content I had never done, and then there was just a lot of side missions that I hadn't done before. So we bumped the difficulty level up pretty early on in the game to very hard, and it was kind of a struggle bus like earlier on in the game, but I think now that like I'm level, what is it, 83 now, and we got some pretty good weapons. It's not nearly as bad. There's a few times that I get caught like off guard and I'll get like one-shotted, or I'll definitely get my butt kicked, but it's not necessarily as bad now. What I was gonna say earlier is I've made it a little bit harder on me because I'm not wearing the most ideal set of armor. So I'm wearing the Silver Shroud armor set. I do have some really good like the Marine combat armor or whatever it is, and some other stuff, but yeah, this Silver Shroud armor is what I've been kind of like wearing, just because it looks really cool, and I like to RP as a Silver Shroud without ballistic weave. Can I show what perks I picked? Sure. So, I mean, it's we got Gunslinger, Toughness, Rifleman, Medic, got all the Scrounger stuff, Bloody Mess, and I leveled up all the modding stuff, so Gun Nut, Armor, and Science too. Hacker, and lockpicking, so I can get into the each of the lock stuffs. Demolition is actually really good because I have a couple weapons that have explosive mods to them, so this helps with that damage. Local leader is just important, so you can, one, do your settlement linkages. I can't remember what they call it right now, but also to be able to build the stores and stuff. Crits is really good for VATs, obviously. Critical Banker, so you can save your crits. Robotics Expert actually came really in handy when I was doing the Mechanist DLC, so this is kind of highly, I would say, advised if you're doing that. Inspirational. This one's kind of nice just because I tend to do like I'm pretty careless, like when I'm firing, you know, and so I'm not gonna harm my companions. If you wear power armor, I think this one's probably good. I don't really use power armor ever, so. And then I started doing 4-leaf clover recently. So yeah, that's kind of just an overview of like where I have my points contributed at level 83. All right, let's go head back to the Institute. Okay. So as I was saying, the approach that I'm going with this right now is I'm trying to do a Minuteman playthrough on this one, but when I played this the first time, I did not do anything with the Institute. Like I pretty much came in here and decided that I decided not to, if you haven't gotten this far, hopefully it's not a spoiler, but you know, I decided not to really like do the content with the Institute, if that makes sense. I didn't do anything here. I just kind of like decided no, and then just went the direction that I wanted to go. And I didn't realize that you could actually do content with the Institute. So, oh, it's on the roof of the CT building? Okay. Oh, that's right. CT ruins. Okay. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to actually do as much content as possible in one playthrough. While at the same time still staying true to being able to complete this with the Minutemen. So right now, like that decision that I was just doing with that quest line, I'm trying not to be hostile right now to the Railroad or the Brotherhood of Steel, and still trying to complete as much Institute content as I can before it like forces me to have to decide a faction, you know? Cons and pros of power armor? I mean, honestly, there's just a lot of pros to it. I think the one con is it really just requires like a lot of stuff you have to repair with it, and you need fusion cores, but I mean like you can carry extra weight, it gives you a lot more armor. It's cool as hell to wear around. I've just never been big in wearing power armor though. Oh Jesus, man, are you kidding me? Oh, oh, they're on my side now. Well, at least oh shit, no they're not. Well, these super mutants are easy, at least anyways. I know I've been here before. Let's see, how do we get up to where we need to go?
Actuator damaged.
Sorry, I just need to look and see how I get up there again. I can't remember. Here we go. Take these super mutants out.
Where'd you go? Huh? I'll wear your guts around my neck!
Oh, they're right above me, aren't they? Do I like Elder Scrolls? I did enjoy Skyrim when I played it. I just recently started playing Oblivion Remastered. I haven't gotten too far into it though. I've only done like four episodes so far into that game. But so far it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, human. Got a treat for you!
And when it comes to Fallout, I actually just started playing Fallout this past year. I got into it after the TV series came out. You want to play Oblivion, but you only have a PS4? I play it. I play it on the PS5, but yeah, I can definitely understand that. I don't know if you probably don't have a PC that can run it, huh? Let's see. It's definitely a really good game so far. You've never watched the Fallout TV show? Is it pretty good? I loved it. I really enjoyed it. When the TV show came out, I had never ever really played any of the Fallout games. And so, like as an example, when they showcased the Brotherhood of Steel, I had no idea who they were. Like I was like, what's a Brotherhood of Steel? You know, like that was the level of knowledge I went into watching the Fallout TV series. But like after the first or second episode, I just got like super into like, I was like, oh man, I really want to play some Fallout. And I started with Fallout 4 and I haven't looked back, man. It's been like a little over a year now, but I've played Fallout 4, 76, New Vegas, and 3. And now I'm back to playing Fallout 4 again. Oh man, Mr. K, you think this is going to be it? Let's try it. Oh, damn. all that luck gear that I had, you know, we're gonna get close. Not a chance. One of these days we're gonna get that well-preserved pie. Man, all these dudes are dead. Oh shit, I picked up the batons. I don't need those. I feel like there's someone still alive around here. Hopefully you get a PC one of these days, Henry. I do most of my gaming on PlayStation. But, there's some games I've had to play on PC just because, man, I hear stuff. Like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, I had to play those on PC. I couldn't play them on the, like, PlayStation or anything. How in the world do I get to where I'm trying to go? Let's see. I still have both my PS3 and PS4. I got really lucky with this PS5 when I bought it. It was back when they were kind of harder to acquire. Okay. Somehow I'm thinking this isn't actually where I need to go. It's telling me to go outside, I think, down there, maybe. Let's see if hopefully this doesn't kill me. I thought there was a roof access up here somewhere, but I guess not. Yeah, it wants me on the roof. For some reason, I thought there was roof access in here. All right, let's go here and figure out where it wants me to go. Ooh. Yeah. Let's see. This might be the way that we need to go. Here we go. Ah, there he is. What's he doing way over here? I'm surprised he actually left the safety of the Institute.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
See, he's like turning his back on everything up topside, you know. They're just like, they're living like in their little utopia down there, and I don't really know what their long-term plan is, you know. I mean, really, like, outside of...
Are you following?
No, I'm not following you. Did you know that if you set up an artillery piece in Hangman's Alley, you can kill Father with Minutemen artillery? I did not know that.
Some air fresheners, a new coat of paint, and it'll all be good as new.
If only it were that simple. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Why did he release us? Like, why now? I plan on asking that, but it's just... That's interesting that he actually decided to have us released.
Why let me out now? After all this time.
Well, that's hard to explain. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
You know, I kind of wonder, hold on a second, let me pause this. I wonder if Sean actually knows that we were unfrozen at the time when he was taken, and then we were refrozen back again. I thought I could be misremembering, but I could have swore that us coming out of cryo-freeze when that was happening, he said refreeze me. He did say that, didn't he? I kind of wondered if it was like just an accident that we were unfrozen, because obviously Sean was a baby at the time that he was taken and we were unfrozen. So somebody made a conscious decision to unfreeze you but not let you out, to be able to see what was happening and then refreeze you. That's the bigger question, is why would they put you through that? You think they had to trigger all of the pods to thaw in order to do that? And then it still doesn't explain how everyone else died. Like, and he said refreeze, but again, Sean was a little kid. He couldn't have made that decision to refreeze. Like, I'm trying to replay the scene in my head just to try to figure out like how it worked, but I don't know. The Institute did, but that's the question, is why? Why would they do that? Everyone else died that was in the pods. They all died from like cardiac arrest or something like that, but you were like the only one that did not. Then why did they refreeze him? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to wonder out, is like what was the purpose of, maybe as the failsafe. Well, he just said that. He's like, why did you refreeze me or what have you? He's like, as a failsafe. But then I go back to like, well, Sean was a baby when you were taken out, or when you were first unfrozen. So Sean couldn't have been conscious enough to make that decision. Nor was his predecessor may have made that decision that, hey, we did this, but then we refroze your dad just in case you didn't work out, you know. But then that goes back to the question of why would they even unfreeze you to begin with? Okay, Kellogg said it. He said you were a failsafe. Sean was just speaking in place of the Institute at the time. I guess that makes sense. Okay, sorry. I am thinking out loud here. I'm trying to really just understand what was happening in the mindset, you know, because I got to also think about the previous director had to get Sean because he needed DNA. He needed to use him for an experiment. That makes sense. So, I just don't know why they would unfreeze you to begin with, unless they had to unfreeze all of the pods in order to. It still doesn't make sense, so I could have swore that they could do one pod at a time. I don't know. Okay. Let me see here. Was it worth it?
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
Well, Mr. K, so the comment you just made right there leads me to believe that. So you said some of the other pods malfunctioned and it killed the people before the thaw. So why would the Institute, if they wanted to keep you as a failsafe, why would they put you at risk? by unthawing you only to refreeze you if they were consciously doing that? Why would they not just minimize the risk and only unthaw the pod that had Sean inside of it? Unless they didn't know, which is totally possible that they just didn't know, you know? Like, I think the questions I have right now in my mind is, did they have to unthaw all of the pods at once in order to get to the one pod they wanted to open? That's question number one. Number two, if they consciously decided to, I don't know why they would kill everybody. There is, okay. Let's think of this, right? Hear me out on this one. You are Nate's character. They said we were a failsafe, right? We were pre-war DNA that was not exposed to radiation, right? We were in the pods. So was everyone else that was frozen. They were also a supplement, you know, they were also had viable source of DNA that could have been used for their experiment. They decided to go with the baby first because that was probably the most pure, you know, the best source of DNA that was probably the least risk of any type of exposure whatsoever, you know. But everybody else that was in there is exactly in the same condition that I am in. So what makes me special to be a failsafe as compared to everyone else? So one, if they decided to kill everyone else except for you and leave you as a failsafe, that doesn't make any sense, you know. I just I think I'm trying to put more logic into the game that I don't really understand, but like I'm trying to just think like why the rationale behind why they did what they did, because everyone else in there had the same type of DNA that they could have been looking for their experiment. It wasn't exposed to radiation. It was all pre-war. We were in the pods. We were frozen. Yet when you come out, everyone else died due to a malfunction. I feel like that's interesting that they would have put you at the risk of thawing and trying to refreeze. It's a broken plot point. I don't know if it's a broken plot point. I just don't know if they just didn't explain it well enough, or they tried to throw some explanation to it, but then it doesn't explain how the rest of the folks that were in the pods next to me were treated and why were they killed. You know, why were we the only ones who survived? And they attempted to throw the, well, we refroze you. And it's like, why didn't you just refreeze everybody else? Like, what happens if I would have failed somehow because of like some complication? Like the rest of your pool, your DNA pool just went out because you decided to kill him or something like that. I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm looking at Kyan's comment right now. He said the pods didn't malfunction. The life support was cut out intentionally. They needed only one, and the sole survivor was the backup. Interesting. Yeah, it's I don't know. It really kind of makes me think about it now. You said there's no reason for it to be the you. You can be Nate, Charlie, Bob, or whatever the hell it was. It was just their decision. Gotcha. Repurposed.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation, our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Mankind redefined. I feel like I tried to look up earlier, like what was the quests that are like the point of no return. I feel like this was one of them. I'm kind of trying to figure out how do I get the courser as a companion that I can use to start like leveling up his affinity. I don't think this is a quest we want to do. I think this is putting me down the path of no return with the Institute. if I go attend this meeting. Oh, I get him after Mankind Redefined, so I have to do this one? Okay. All right. Well, Kyan, the comment that you just made, you said, think of it like since the experimentation started with Sean, they needed the closest DNA compatible to not waste time or resources, which may explain why you can be either Nate or Nora. I don't think that actually is completely true, because I want to say when we first met Father and we asked why he was taken, and they said that they were looking for like some of the purest DNA that was not exposed to any type of radiation or any effects like that, and a baby was like their best source that they were going for. So I don't necessarily know. Well, actually, you know what? Your comment maybe I can see what you're saying here, because yeah, he did say something about that when Sean was talking. So you were the backup, and because you were related to the baby. So Kyan, I see what you're saying is because they went with Sean. If something happened with Sean, you were the closest DNA compatibility to Sean. Gotcha. Okay. Nope. I'm tracking what you're saying now. That makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Where did he go? I think he's up above somewhere. Whoa. Wasn't there stairs right here? Hold on a second. Oh, we have to go in here.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we
Let me take my seat.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
Hey, you shut up, Justin.
But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure, with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence.
Dr. Fillmore.
Can we maybe
there are
talk
no immediate signs
later?
we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious.
Thank you for that,
SRB
Henry.
agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Well, I think so, but we'll go ahead and ask the question. Like, no question's a stupid question, right?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready. But recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
Wyatt, be serious!
Everyone, please, I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
Interesting.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly
Damn.
justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
All right. Well, I went and did it. I'm going to be the leader of the organization that I've been fighting against the whole game. It's weird how that works out, huh? You know, I'll say I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, but for those of you who have done Fallout 3 the Pit DLC, I was very surprised how that story actually kind of unfolded. And one thing I really loved about that particular DLC is when you have a story that's like really that good, and when it puts you in a position where you have to like really consider the decision you want to make, like I think that's where they've done like very well. There's been very few like kind of stories or like pathways in this game that have caused me to like from an ethical standpoint or something like really kind of question, you know, like, oh wow, like what do we actually do in this situation? And I think that was probably among one of the better ones that I've ever had in any of the Fallout games. So yeah, I really love when they kind of put you in those positions, because I think like coming into Fallout 4, you know, you have no idea like where your kid's at, and you're groomed from the beginning to see the Institute in such a bad light. You know, you have very negative interactions with the synths. They're extremely hostile. All the people around the Commonwealth have an extremely negative viewpoint of the Institute and kind of what they're doing. You know, they're kidnapping people, they're replacing people. And this is before you get into the DLC. You know, you're seeing the side of it, right? And I think over the course of the game, as you're getting to know the Minutemen, as you're getting to know the Brotherhood of Steel and the Railroad, and kind of all of like the values of which they hold close, you know, to their organizations, to which they fight for and everything. And by the time you get to this point in the game where you're tracking down like your son, you know, you find out that he is the leader of the Institute. And so that's where it's just like, you know, family versus, you know, like which direction do you choose, you know? I feel you know, I feel like as a father, like it would be very hard to put emotions aside to say like what is going on. You know, it's like you would probably have to try to give your son the benefit of the doubt at a minimum to kind of hear him out and see like, you know, what's going on. There's probably another side to it, you know, but then you see it, you see what they're doing, you know. And at this point, like where I see Sean's mindset at is he's given up on the Commonwealth. You know, he's realizing that like it's completely lost. And I think that's where you as a character have to come in and say like it's not lost. You know, it does take leadership. It takes someone that's been able to go in and build rapport and kind of try to develop it out. I think the Minutemen is probably the most noble out of all these organizations and factions for what it's trying to do to some degree. I just don't think the Minutemen has the true leadership to be able to kind of bring the Commonwealth out of the chaos of which it is in, you know. Drain the swamp, that's the Institute? Yeah. So Kane, you said, look at it this way. The scientists did a lot of harm to the people of the Commonwealth from the shadows. And now with Zero Shroud in charge, will he use missiles against settlers? But in person? Listen, the Shroud stands for justice, okay? And justice will be done. That is what the Shroud stands by. John, you said A House Divided was a very interesting quest, and it sucks that I'm not doing the Institute ending. Well, I'll put it this way, John. I'm not doing the Institute ending for this playthrough. But I will do the Institute ending at some point. Maybe for my survival playthrough or something like that. But I do want to try to see the Minutemen playthrough or Minutemen ending through its ending. I just really, the reason why I'm choosing the choices that I am in this particular fashion is because I'm trying to just do as much content as possible in this one playthrough, and that's it. So, otherwise, you know, kind of like my first blind playthrough, when I first got to the Institute, I pretty much turned Sean down. I was like, you're a fucking psychopath. I'm out of here. And he was like, fine, screw you. Went back to the Brotherhood, armed up with my boys. We came back here in Storm and Norman, and we took everybody out, you know. So I had no idea that any of these quests existed or anything. Let's see here. Has my character actually been swayed by Sean since finding out all the new information? Yes and no. So, like, I'll say that I think the Institute, while probably had genuine intent earlier on, I think they've been corrupted. And I think if the Institute truly had a desire to try and shape and reform the Commonwealth, they probably have the technology to make a difference. It's just the fact that they've failed in trying to instill like a government solution previously. They're treating as they were, you know, they got kicked off the horse and didn't want to try to get back on the horse, right? You know, and from what I was saying, life lessons, you know, like failure is one of the best teachers in life, right? And so it's like you can't look at failure as a reason to quit, you know, and just stop. Like, oh, nope, it didn't work, so I'm not going to try it again. It's like when you fail at something, you know, you have to kind of take that as a life lesson and realize, like, what did I fail? How did I fail? And how can I do it better next time? You know? And I think Sean at this point is just feeling like, you know, in the last cutscene that not this one that we just had, but when we were up on the roof, like, that really confirmed it for me, is that he just feels that it's a lost cause. He doesn't even want to try to invest in it. He just wants to kind of stay in his little isolation that he has right now and continue going with where it is, you know, probably to the point to where he has the ability to basically go in, drain the swamp, as Mr. K said, and then kind of go build anew, which I don't think is the right answer. So Sean's old anyway. Yeah, he's lived his time. Mr. K said, having watched how far I went down the Children of Adam path, including ensuring that they would kill the woman that turned in, is not out of the realm possible for the character to be drawn in. Well, there again, Mr. K, like, I definitely probably made a little bit of a wrong choice on that one. But I will say that, like, going through Far Harbor the way that I did, again, was also trying to make sure that I did all the content in that DLC. So, okay. Let's, Clayton Holdren.
It's great to have you here.
I'm glad you think so. The Silver Shroud approves of you. So, yeah, again, I know the decisions I make sometimes seem a little like, oh, why was I doing this, you know? At the end of the day, the pathway I'm taking is to try and get as much content done. You know, I did say at the beginning I was trying to max out all the affinities. I was trying to do all the quests. I was trying to max out as much of the factions as possible while at the same time getting the Minutemen ending. And that's what we're doing. My survival playthrough might be a bit different.
I often wonder what the Institute's founders would think of our accomplishments.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I'm already the general of the Minutemen. I still need to get some bobbleheads too. Yeah. Oh, and Henry, thank you for that tip about being able to turn it into a cutscene. That was pretty Chad. I didn't know you could do that.
What would it mean to be in charge?
Most divisions of the Institute are fairly autonomous, perfectly capable of functioning without intervention. Where those divisions interact, however, problems can arise. You'd lead the Directorate in setting policy, resolving disputes, and the like. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Okay. It says X688 is now available as a companion.
I couldn't be more pleased with Father's choice for a new director. Congratulations.
I think this guy's just jealous. He probably wanted it himself. Started mass fusion. The sole survivor comes to the realization that Sean is not his or her son, but in fact it's an indoctrinated scientist, a pet of the Institute, and that is what the roof talk is about. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, he's 60 years old at this point. He's known nothing of the outside world. He's been completely indoctrinated in where he's at right now. Okay, so now we need to go find X688, wherever the hell he's at. I'm not even sure where I'm going to find him in here. He might be... I wonder if he's near my... Let me grab this. I thought that was a stim pack. I wonder if he's near my room. I'm sure where that would be at, actually. It's going to take me a minute to find this, guys. Hold on. Is this him?
Synth unit, you
No.
were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section.
Oh, these people are sleeping.
Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not. But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
Oh, is this the insider?
But I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter? Have you developed a defect, unit? Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't. You don't want me to tell you twice. Now get back to your duties.
That's interesting, the conversation those two just had. For those of you who ever watched the movie Blade Runner 2049, you know, they had oh god, what were they called in replicants, I think is what they were called in Blade Runner. So like in the original Blade Runner, like Harrison Ford's character, like he was like a human, right? But like in Blade Runner 2049, what was his name? Ryan Gosling. Like he was like a replicant, and he was like, his job was to basically go run down like other replicants that have like kind of gone awry, you know, like basically like swayed off, and but they would have to come back to like their HQ, and they would have to get like tested to make sure that they were still like good, you know. And they had like, it was called like baselining or something like that. X6 is next to the next quest that I have to go to. Oh, is that him? No, it's not him.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Let's go see if we can find him really quick. No, that's that guy right there. Okay, let's go see if we can find him.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father, but to all of us.
I feel like he'd be really close to my room. I just don't remember where my room is at. Yeah, I'm not really too sure where he hangs his hat around here, you know?
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you.
Okay.
But try to remember that synths aren't people.
Yeah, everyone's asleep right now. Sorry, I know I'm running around. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where this dude's at. Wasn't it right here? I think this was my room. So I would have thought he was near here, but he's not. So if he's not here, does he have his own room in here somewhere? I'm curious. Let's see, we came up or down? Hey Fallen, how you doing? All this technology and all those robots that could be put to use. Let's take out that reactor because big boom. Yeah.
Nothing to report, sir.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty.
Just a routine patrol, sir.
Okay, so it's like we did a big circle basically, so maybe he's like in the middle somewhere. God, I hope he's not like in one of like the rooms, like the bioscience or something like that. Checking the SRB. Think he might be over there? Okay. Let's see. Let's go back over to the SRB. SRB is where?
It must make you
Synth
proud
retention
to see all that
over
Father
here.
has done, all that he has built.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly.
Get out of the way, Justin. He doesn't like us anyways. Okay, let's see. Ah, there he is. It's got to be him right there.
Pardon me, sir.
Hey. Ready for the next mission, sir?
Okay, join me.
Let's move out. Right behind you, sir.
Okay. So I think
At full capacity.
the best. Okay. I think mass fusion is the quest that I don't want to do. Actually, I don't know for certain. One thing's for sure though. We can go do some of these quests over here, and hopefully that'll level up the we'll do this to kind of level up the affinity with X88 here. All right, let's go ahead and head out really quick. I'm just gonna have to do some of these to kind of level up his affinity. Let's see, what is that? Pick up the dead drop. It's near the boathouse. Let's see. Let's go here. He's got interesting likes and dislikes. Let's see, am I going the right way? I'm not. We gotta go this way. All out to the fallout. All right. We got like 3,000 rounds on this thing. Is that a rad scorpion? Oh. Man, I hate those things.
Wait. Did you hear something? Right here. Right here.
Jesus, man.
Area secure. Every cap matters, right?
You said, isn't one of the conditions for the peaceful ending to give a copy of the holotape to Ingram? Who's Ingram again? Trying to remember. Oh, that's right. I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't
What's that?
I haven't looked at like how we have to do it. A warlord? Oh, Jesus. Warlords, man, they're like bullet sponges. I don't think I've ever been in here before. You don't want to talk much about the peaceful ending? Let's see, dead drop. Okay, it says clear hostiles at the Coast Guard Pier. So that's over here, right? No. Where's the Coast Guard Pier at? Oh, there it is. Ah, it's all good. I'll get the ending that I get, and just kind of, I'll just own whatever decisions I make. Oh, great! There's super mutants here, isn't there?
What's that? Who's there?
Let me take some food, actually. Let's see. Let's go ahead and eat some hermit crab, and we'll take some yaogoi. Right.
Come on out and let's get this over with.
Oh, shit.
You're already dead.
So we need to give X88 a better weapon, huh?
Target spotted.
I hear a suicider somewhere.
Noises.
I hear him somewhere. Ow.
Break the sweat.
Where'd this suicider go? He's around here somewhere.
That sound. What is it?
There he is. I love doing that. Okay, there's a dude in there. Check this out.
Can't hide from.
Nice. I need to get his perk now, or is lost to time. Which, when you say his perk, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the guy that I have right now, or someone else? Oh, there's something in there? A pack of cigarettes? All right. Let's go back to Desmond. Let's see the railroad. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to try to get his perk. What happens when I take him in here? Oh, shit.
What the? Huh?
Well, apparently you can't take him in there. Ah. Okay. I did just piss off the railroad. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if we can do this again really fast. Give me 1 second. No. Oh, man. Game's not liking me today, that's for sure. Well, all right. Hold on a second. Let me see where it's gonna load me really quick. That was a major fuck up. Okay, so let me explain this really quick. I was able to take someone like Dance with me into the railroad, and he wasn't like hostile, right? So my thought process was, if X688 is a companion, I could take him in there with me, and he's kind of like regarded as a neutral. Obviously, that's not the case. I just found that out. So, cannot take him in there. So we cannot do that quest that I was just doing. Which means we'll turn that one off right now, and we'll do this other one here. So you can take Strong into Brotherhood of Steel, Hancock into Diamond City, but the Railroad and the Institute are mortal enemies, and so I cannot do that. Got it. That was a lesson learned.
Hi. We could really use your help.
That was it was like as soon as I stepped foot inside in there, it was like, you are now hostile to the Railroad.
What's going on?
There's a group of
I was
raiders
like,
that
oh
won't
shit.
leave us alone, stealing our food and supplies. We know it.
Don't worry.
I hope so.
All right, we're gonna do this. I wonder what this guy's likes and dislikes are, so we'll see. Let's see here. Where do we have to go? Austin Preparatory School. Oh, that guy didn't like the fact that I had a courser with me.
If you encounter any fugitive synths, don't offer them shelter.
This might be a little bit harder to level up his affinity than I thought. Yeah, Nick doesn't care. Oh man, this is a rough place, isn't it? This is like the third time I've been in here.
What the?
You're already dead.
Fucking rad roaches.
Who's there?
Well, I guess this is how you get really good at navigating these places, is by doing these over and over again.
Pack it in, boys. There's nothing out there.
Are you sure about that? Take that.
Huh?
Let's see, so we can't go this way.
Oh.
Hey.
Let's see here. One uncheaty like he does is when you're impatient and rude to people. Huh. When you're impatient and rude to people, huh?
Can't open it from this end.
Damn, it's chained. Alright, let me see here. I'm trying to remember how we get up. We can't go that way. It's chained. This, we can't go that way. See if there's another way up somewhere.
You guys got me stirred up over nothing.
Can't go in there. Where the hell do I gotta go? Alright, hold on. I am, maybe this way over here. Oh, Jesus. Freaking rad roach.
What the fuck was that?
So you gotta be an a-hole to everybody and use power armor?
You can't be that desperate.
Nothing.
Oh, my goodness. Gosh. I totally missed that right there. Alright, now we know where we're going.
Oh man, come back! I was having fun.
Ouch. Ouch. Blood contract, you say?
Nothing.
Shit, that's gonna kill me.
Just
I need to take some rat away really quick. Alright, let's go ahead and sneak up on these guys over here.
fucking pay for that.
I love the OG, man. It's such a good weapon.
Engaging target.
Oh, the Gatling laser? Holy crap, I only got 140 weapon rounds for it? Holy moly. Look at this sucker. No! Mines. Who mines a school?
You call this a fight?
Each core has 500 rounds? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, man, I only got 120 shots with this thing. Nice.
Nice try. I'm gonna make this as painful.
Coming up behind you. Oh, I see. This thing's pretty neat. All right. Let's try VATS. Oh, dude, he's fucking me up. Holy shit. Hold on a second. Dude, this guy's a bro, man. Holy moly.
Sloppy tactics, bad aim.
How much you got left in you?
Is that enough for you? I didn't mean to pick that up. Okay. All right. Report success. It's kind of a neat weapon, the Gatling laser, huh? I don't know if I have one of these. I might have to go back and check the stash box, but I might. It's also very body part specific, so hit the parts that are not armored. Good to know. These are those little tips and tricks that I'm like really bad at with this game. Oh shit. Same thing like triggering traps too. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. I think we can jump down here, can't we? Let's see. Hey, Fallout 4, you said you don't run it much, but when you do, you make either explosive or plasma. I've been dying to get some more explosive weapons. I just have really bad luck with the legendary drops. Right now I have two. I have a 10 mil and I have a radium rifle that are explosive. And they're both really good. I like them. The kiloton one that I'm using right now actually is one of them. All right. Let's go ahead and turn this back in. Let's see, Nordhagen. Where are we going down here? So this guy, as soon as I came here, he said like, whoa, is that an Institute Courser? So I wonder if he's going to go hostile to me too.
Did you have any luck with those raiders?
Yeah, we did.
I took care of those raiders for you.
Really?
Ain't got any handouts.
Well, that's the best news I've heard in a long time.
Dr. Preston. Okay, so he didn't like when I did that. I don't know if I'm building up my affinity with him.
Man, you're unstoppable.
I took care of the raiders that were harassing that settlement you sent me to. The people there have decided to join our cause.
That's great news. One day, we'll be strong enough to drive that scum out of the Commonwealth for good. As usual, I've got something else for you to look into. Sounds like they're trying to stand up to some raiders. It's a good chance to show how much better things could be if we'd all stick together.
Thanks, Preston. Defend Croup Manor. Okay. So he must not recognize Deacon, and I thought he would, but Before you started running mods, you found the explosive Gauss rifle. 10 seconds later, you died and lost it. Oh, dude.
Those things are all over the Commonwealth.
That's
I'll try to make myself
so bad.
useful. No one wants to see a
So let's see
grown man
here.
feeling sorry for himself.
We can turn this into a overcharged capacitor. That seems like it's the best damage on this.
Nice craftsmanship.
We can also give it charging barrels. Better damage and range. Inferior rate of fire, though. Oh, interesting. So it slows it down. I wonder if that's worth doing or not. Standard sights, we can put a reflex sight on there. Beam focuser. We can give it some paint too.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Put that up for now. I wonder if I have another one. I'm just curious. Let's see. What's it called? A Gatling laser? No, I don't think I do. I could have swore I picked up a Gatling laser before, but maybe not. Unless it's called something else, but huh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. I thought God, for some reason, maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I could be confusing it with like Fallout 3 or something. All right, let's go ahead and put some of this stuff up. Okay. Let's see, red scorpion meat. All right, we're good now. All right, so I'm just curious, but am I wasting my time doing these Minutemen Radiants with my Courser friend here, or would this help level up the affinity?
Please, just wait.
I'm here to help. What's the problem?
It's the gun. They ran. If you can help.
Okay. Oh, this is one that they're going to attack us, aren't they? Yes, X6 is like the Zero Shroud. He doesn't help people. Ow. Oh, shit. Do I got Rust Devils coming up on me too? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Things just went from bad to worse. Okay. I hope that's it. Those tank bots, man, they're pretty rough.
Hey.
Yeah, take that. We won. You Minutemen really know how to bring the fight. We won't forget what you've done for us.
Okay. You know what? There's somebody that I gotta go pay a visit to, actually. Hold on a second. Where's this dude at? Where is... What am I looking for? There's a named robot over here, and he wiped the floor with me. Check on Virgil. Oh, we can go check on Virgil now. Okay. I can cheese him by getting in and out of power armor every 2 hours. I wonder how long that'll take, though. Yeah, I really want to level up his affinity, but if it's just gonna... Okay. I remember there being a... Let's see. Where is that named... There's a named, like, robot that was around here somewhere. I need to find where he is. I don't think I ever killed him. I think he's over here somewhere. I think he's above that hill over there. You know, back then, I was, he likes passing speech checks, asks for more caps. There was like a named sentry bot that was around here somewhere. Oh boy. And I remember it was by Parsons somewhere, because I remember I was going to Parsons at the time, and I came across this, oh shit, is that a Marler Queen? I could have swore that sentry bot was like around here somewhere. I just don't remember exactly where he was. But it was like a named sentry bot, like he had an actual name to him. I wonder whose things fight. Oh shit. Rust Devils. Okay, never mind. I was hoping to find that sentry bot around here somewhere, but I want to say it was really close to Parsons somewhere. Anyways, I remember coming across it, and it was tearing me up. I couldn't kill it, and so I was just like, well, I'll come back for it later. But I guess I don't remember where it was at. Oh well. Okay, let's see. So let's go back and talk to Preston. He probably tried to murder the little girl sentry. I don't know. It had a name to it.
So many humans.
I just can't remember what the name of it was.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell.
Let's see, where's Preston at? He's over here.
Here in Sanctuary. Prepared for the...
What is he doing over here?
I'm proud to call you a friend.
There's a safe in here?
Well, that's a few gunners that won't be attacking our settlements anytime soon.
When we all work together, the bad guys don't stand a chance. Well, I'll mark the location on your map.
Let me see here. Quest-wise, kidnapping at Oberland Station. There was a kidnapping? I didn't realize they could give me those. So the inside job is going to further the Minuteman questline. That's the only named robot you can think of. Yeah, I don't remember what the name of it was. I'll have to go back and see if I can find it. I didn't realize there was a safe in there.
We find milk of humankind.
Was it the General Atomics Galleria? No, it definitely wasn't. It was a I could have sworn it was very close to Parsons State Insane Asylum. I remember being very close to, like, I want to say this area up over here somewhere, and it was like near like a like an RV or something like that, like a trailer, and it was a named NPC like sentry bot, but it was hostile as soon as I came across it. Oh, and it can happen at numerous locations. Oh, okay, so it's not it's a random encounter. If it's the named sentry bot with the little girl, it's a random encounter. What's the name of that one, if you don't mind? If you could look it up. I don't remember what the name of it was.
You've got to help. My sister's been kidnapped.
It's okay. You just need to tell me what happened.
They said they'd be back for the ransom in a few days. If I don't pay up, they'll kill her. But I don't have that kind of money.
Well, if it's a random solo one in a trailer home,
don't worry.
Gus.
I'll get her back.
We asked the Minutemen for help, but I didn't really think anyone would come.
Gus.
Just bring her back safe, okay?
Gus sounds kind of familiar. Is it north of Taffington? Let me go back. Where's Taffington at? It might have been over there. He dislikes helping people of the Commonwealth, so I'm actually not doing any good doing this one. Man, he's gonna be really hard to... I'm trying to think like of stuff I can do other than just doing what you've recommended. Okay, I'm probably just gonna have to do that, honestly, but... Hey, Mike, how you doing? Go to Taffington. For some reason, I thought it was up more by Parsons, but I could be mistaken. I just don't remember where this dude was at. These are coarser informants.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days.
It's one of my
Town I ever saw.
provisioners. Well, Fallout 4, like I've already maxed out Piper's affinity. I've maxed out most of the affinities with everybody. I'm trying to. I wanted to get his affinity maxed out, but apparently what I'm doing is not the way to do it. This guy. He's not named right now, but there is another one that was named over here.
Hostiles nearby. Not sure where, though.
Holy cow. Yeah, he was, I want to say he was named when I came here last time. Like he had a name to him. But yeah, this guy, he was rough. A quick question, are they releasing Fallout 4 for the Switch 2? I haven't heard that at all, so. Let's see, but I've never been inside here before here. Deathclaw Steak? You said you hate that you know the exact place of where he was at? Yeah, when I came here before, I could have swore he had a named, like a name to him. And I couldn't kill him. I tried a couple of times and I kept dying, so I ended up running away. Okay. All right, folks. Well, I'm I'm a little uncertain how to proceed right now then, because I don't know, aside from like cheesing him with power armor stuff, I don't really know the best way to level up his affinity, because it's clearly not doing radiance like what I was doing. So let me look and see where I'm at quest-wise right now. I could potentially try to do Nuka-World, and then I guess just be an asshole and go into Nuka-World, but like, kind of wanted to wait to do this one until I was done with the game, but I feel like when I go through the game with the Minuteman, I'm going to eventually lose X688 as a companion. There's more quests inside the Institute beside the main one? I thought I got them all. Did I not get them all? All right, Fallout 4 man, thanks for stopping by. You said you got to get a video uploaded of your loadout mods. Okay. You said once I get past a certain point, there's more available there? Oh, well, hell, let's go there and do that. I didn't realize there was more that we could do there. So, let's go back and see what we can find. I probably got to go talk to the director heads a bit, huh?
The future of mankind has never looked brighter. It makes me proud to serve.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Okay, so let's see here.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Sounds like there's trouble in bioscience. Dr. Oberly needs you right away. Am I saying that to myself?
Hi. Isn't it wonderful here?
A house divided? Wait a minute. Isn't this the quest that John was telling me about? Is this a side quest? Something is going on in bioscience and Dr. Oberly needs to speak to me about it right away. And I need to go talk with Evan at Advanced Tech. Alright, let's go talk with Evan at Advanced Tech. John made it sound like it was a quest that I couldn't do because I wasn't doing a Institute ending.
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Dr. Watson.
You make a lot of trips to the surface, right? Maybe you can help me out with something. The Brotherhood of Steel has developed some impressive technology, and I think we could learn some things from them. The best place to start would be to study their design schematics, assuming you can get your hands on some.
Sure, I can do that.
Great! We've got a lead on a small Brotherhood salvage team. That's a good place to start.
Appropriation. Retrieve the blueprints. Are these the Radiants? Ah, okay. And then more importantly, this is a better question to ask, but if I do the Radiance with the Institute, will that help me level up the affinity with my jerk of a courser friend here? Or no, and I really just gotta like run around and be rude to people. Oh, these are the ones he says he likes. Okay, alright. Well, we can do these. Who's this? Brotherhood Paladin Commander? Oh shit. Is this gonna make me at odds with the Brotherhood?
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
That's easy. You like that. This might be easy. Watching a video, it said to go get in power armor, mod a weapon, armor, sleep, rinse, and repeat. I mean, these might not be that bad if I can just keep like going and grabbing these and turn them in. Said he liked it. Get in power armor, mod a weapon, armor, sleep, rinse, and repeat.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back.
And a 2-hour wait is all you need in between. I need to send Strong. I need to send Strong somewhere else because every time I get in my power armor, he hates it.
Steel guys are pretty tough. Be careful out there.
And they seem just fine to me.
I have some Brotherhood schematics for you.
Great. Can't wait to get a look at them. I guess you took a pretty big risk to bring me these. I hope I wasn't asking too much of you.
Oh, we can, my reward.
That depends. How do you plan to reward me exactly?
Well, I guess I could give you these. Just keep this between us, okay? I'm not really supposed to be handing out fusion cells. If you come across any more of these blueprints, let me know. In the meantime, I'll see what I can learn from them.
Let's see if he'll give me another one.
Evan.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Safety first. Remember that.
Traitor. We're trying to level up the affinity here.
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
He's not going to give me another one, is he?
Dr. Watson.
As long as you respect our rules and policies, you might just succeed as our next director.
Why can't you be like Preston and just give it to me like one after another?
Dr. Thompson.
Doctor.
I know we're not that close, but may I ask a favor?
Father has always been a little...
Of course.
Both Allie and myself are working late tonight.
I suppose his choice
Normally
of
it's not a
successor
big
should
deal.
surprise me.
Quentin is mostly self-sufficient.
All right, let's go start a house divided.
It's the third night in a row.
Alan in robotics too. Let's see, wasn't robotics back here somewhere? Should I do a house divided first? Let me see, where was that one at?
For goodness sake, be reasonable. I know you can hear me, now open this door.
What's the use?
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
That kind of insubordination can't be tolerated.
Oh, great. Like I don't have enough problems.
Well, I'm sorry you've been inconvenienced, but solving personnel issues is part of an administrator's job.
Okay.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
As a matter of fact, there is. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort.
You said there's a chance that I can get a love from X6 during this quest alone?
Here we are. Just give me a moment.
But I gotta use
It's unlocked.
But I gotta use the bad options, don't I? Let's see here.
Movement engaging hostile life
Oh
forms.
shit, dude.
I heard some target spotted.
I didn't realize these guys were gonna be hostile.
Good thinking.
If I make the right choices, you say, huh? Oh. Damn. These guys hurt, don't they? Holy moly.
There's someone else here.
Let's see, what's over here? Oh, that's the FEV lab. We've already been over there.
Thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive.
Alright, let's robe up.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Let's see here. So, we want... You said we need to be, like, rude to people. But I'm trying to do this without violence at the same time, too. So let's see if we can use the square button and see if this does it.
You're upset. I get it. You've made your point. Now, open the door.
I'm not taking orders from you. You haven't earned my respect, and you never will.
Okay, let's see if we can speech check this.
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
Maybe, maybe not. All I'm asking is that you keep an open mind.
I'm sorry, but our minds are made up. Both Dr. Loken and I have resolved to stand our ground.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions.
Nope, I don't think I made the right choices. That's for sure. What are you doing hiding back there? I'm over here doing all the work. Oh, the quest isn't over yet, huh? Okay, it says talk to Newton Oberly. Have I used a holotape? I'm not too sure which holotape. Let's see, where is Oberly at?
Operating at full capacity.
He's back over this way, I think.
All systems nominal.
Here he is. Okay.
I
save this.
Honestly thought Dr. Lee or Dr. Holdren would be appointed to succeed.
Wait, he gave me a holotape? Hold on a second. I don't remember. If I did get one, I don't remember it. Oh, to use if you couldn't speech check it? I probably wasn't paying attention when he gave it to me. The recall codes, maybe?
Father.
Okay, let's talk to this guy here.
Bravo! I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
Okay. So, I quick saved it. I'm gonna see what happens if I'm rude to this guy.
Keeping our food supply secure is your responsibility. This better not happen again.
I'll make it my top priority. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
Execute them? Oh, you kidding me? That can't be the way to do it. Is that really? Huh. What would... I'm trying to think what this guy would really like. I did save it, so I can go back and see. I don't really think that that's like the way to do it, though, but... So you got either no punishment, they're on probation, kick them out, or you can execute them. If it's execute, like if it's really execute them, to like level up his affinity. Like I feel like there's probably a better way to do it. Not a better way, but one that's not going to rely on my conscience of executing dudes for being a little insubordinate. I mean, they were. I don't know. What would the Shroud do? How would we bring justice to these people? Brian, let's see what happens.
They were prepared to let everyone starve to death. They have to die.
I understand.
He disliked that.
I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Not the way to go.
Though it saddens me to do
I'll
so.
reload it.
I'll see that the mess in hydroponics is cleaned up. I suppose I should also make the funeral arrangements. Well, there's much.
Hold on a second. Let me reload this. Let's see here. Should be this one right here. It's probably put them on probation or something.
Bravo. I admit.
What do you mean you feared the worst?
I just didn't want to see anyone get hurt. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
Let's see if we put him on probation.
Put them on probation. Limit their access to quarters and non-working areas.
That's more than fair.
He'd love that.
I'll see to
there we
that
go.
Everyone's notified.
Good decision. Those men could still have a lot to contribute. They just need to learn their lesson.
I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
Alright, so as much as I save scum in this game, I gotta tell you that one thing I actually kind of liked about 76 is that you can't really like save scum that game because it like constantly is saving, you know? That being said though, I don't feel like the decisions you make in that game have as much impact in the way that the single player games do. And I think that's because it's like an MMO, so you kind of get pushed into the same general direction as everyone, kind of regardless of the choices you make, I think, to some degree, but not necessarily all the time though. So but yeah, it's like whatever you kind of make in that game, you just gotta like you just gotta like own it, you know. All right, so House of Divided has been complete. Let's see. So let's go talk with let's see, who else did we go talk to? You said there was another dude. We've already been to Advanced Systems, I think. Synth retention. I wonder if AO has anything for us.
Operator.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
I wonder if it's a reaction to their recent
Unit
dietary
B592
changes.
is undergoing the reclamation process.
They're acting the same as they do every
Before
day.
long, he'll
They
be
may
back
look
in the
docile,
workforce.
but I assure
Justin.
you,
If
that
you're
is
going to be in
not
Diamond
docile.
City
You can
anytime
tell by
soon,
their posture.
I have a
They look
favor to ask of you.
anxious.
You might not be aware of
ready
it,
for
but the
trouble.
city's mayor is a synth,
you're sure
an
about
institute
I
plant.
observe them
He
every
monitors
day.
developments in the
They might
Commonwealth
be the
and
most
compiles
remarkable
reports on
creations
matters
in
of
the Institute's
possible
history.
interest to us. Since you visit
I've
the
never
surface
understood
more than
why
anyone
we
else
created
down
them
here,
in the first place.
I figured you could pick up the latest report.
I like to think the ability to create them is purpose
That shouldn't
enough.
be a problem.
Good. The mayor will be waiting in his office. He'll give you the report, and then you'll bring it back to me. Remember, discretion is vital to our operations in Diamond City, so try to keep a low profile.
Piper was right, and we discovered that Mayor McDonough was a synth after reading one of the terminals around here somewhere. I guess that's why they named her right. Absolutely. All right, so what do we got here now? We have political leanings. Go talk to Mayor McDonough. Okay. All right, well, we got a few. So we got a few quests we can probably do here. All right, unfortunately, guys, I need to stop it here before I go and do this one. Next time we play, I'll continue to try to do this. I think my goal for next stream is to try to see if I can get our new companion's affinity kind of leveled up. So I'm going to try to do as many of these like quests in here these are the non-cheesy ways to be able to do it. Yeah. But at the same time though, I'm doing all the quests, so which is good. So kind of what I wanted to be able to do. So I'll focus on these ones next time. We'll try to knock as many of these as we can out, and then hopefully I can get his affinity leveled up in the next one, and then I can kind of move off. Off stream, I could try to cheese him a little bit. Yeah, I could try to do that. The unfortunate thing is I just don't get a lot of time off stream to play too much, you know. So usually when I do get a chance to play, like I try to like just do some stuff that's productive. But if I do get a chance, I'll go ahead and try to do that a little bit, because I would like to try to get him affinityed up so I don't have to worry about it. Really, that just leaves us with like strong and dance, I think, are like the last ones. So, but I'm gonna end it here though. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you have a great evening, and we will catch you later. Okay, have a good night, everybody.